today's my topic would be TDS on sale of property. So most of the time it happens that we search on the Google or YouTube that how to fill the TDS on property, but there are a lot of videos which are making us that what need to be filled and what is the correct things which we have to fill in the TDS on property. So let me clear on this. So instead of going to the CAs, we can also fill the TDS. So when one thumb rule is when we purchase property from builder, it is very important that buyer as we have to fill the TDS on the property if property value is more than 50 lakh only. Okay, but sometimes the confusion is also if husband and wives have purchased the property and their value of the property is when they divide that property value into two, for example 1 crore property there, and they are saying that it is my property value is coming 50 and 50 lakhs, so that is for my case it is not applicable, but it is not like that. If property value is more than 50 lakh, even though there are multiple buyer or single buyer, it is mandatory to fill the TDS, that is 1% on the property value. Okay, so for the timeline for the filling of the TDS is 30 days. That means, for example, if we made the agreement with builder in month of Jan on any day, okay, in that case we have to fill the TDS before 20th of Feb. That means 30 days of, or you can say next month. So that is the timeline. After that, there would be penalty charges get applied, okay, automatically by government. So please make sure that TDS you fill on within timeline only. There is also another one thing which also I would like to clarify. If property is purchased by husband and wife, in that case also both need to fill separate uh, form 26 QB. So that is the TDS form which is available in income tax website. So both husband as well as wife, or there are multiple buyer, they have to fill separate 26 QB. Okay, because sometimes we have seen the person who pay the amount or who take the loan, that person only pay the TDS or pay the 26 form fill. That is not correct option. So better to fill separate 26 QB. Okay, so I will give the step one by one how to fill the form 26 QB online, so that you will also get clear idea on the 26 QB filling in easy way and within 5 to 6 minutes, where you can save your 3000 to 4000 money, because if you are asking the external person or CA, they are charging the 4000 or 3000 per person 26 QB. So you can also fill easily yourself. Just keep the ready few of the things like your index 2, then seller detail about PAN card, their address, and their mobile number and email ID of seller, and your login on income tax with using your PAN card and your property detail, whichever property you have purchased. Okay, now I will go to the screen where you can see how to fill the form 26 QB. So the steps which we have to follow during the TDS on property, we have to go to, or we have to go to the income tax e-filing portal. Okay, which is you have to go to income tax. Sorry, if you don't have registration, you have to register on income tax e-portal. Okay, if you already registered, you can just log in using your PAN card. Okay, and the important thing is you have to fill the form 26 QB and TDS. How that that already we discussed in the previous discussion, that within 30 days we have to fill. Once the TDS form is filled, we have to download and share the form 26B with the seller also. That is also very important closure step. You have to go to the TDS uh, tax TDS website, and where you have to download the form 16B, and that also need to complete it within 15 days of form 26 QB filling. Okay, so that also please don't forget when you are filling the form 26 QB. So I will now go to I will register login into the income tax portal. Okay, you have to log in with your PAN card and password whichever you have. So once you log in into e-portal, you have to click on e-file, where you have to click on e-pay tax. Once you click on e-pay tax, you have to click on new payment. Okay, new payment, there are multiple options, but important option is 26 QB, which is you are filling the TDS on property. Click on proceed. Once you click on proceed, okay, you have to click on there. Whether resident status, this is very important, whether you are resident or not. So you have to click on resident. Okay, then your PAN detail, Aadhaar detail, address detail will have to fetch from income tax website. This is very important when you are filling the TDS on property, whether more than one buyer. That means if husband and wife have purchased the property on both the name, then in that case these are more than one buyer. Even though uh, son and mother or son and father, that would be also multiple buyers. That case separate form 26 QB need to be filled. You have to click on yes if multiple buyers. Click on continue. Then you have to click the PAN of the seller. PAN of the seller is from whom you have purchased the property. That is most of the time it could be builder's PAN number. So here you have to enter the PAN of the builders, whichever you have received from the builder. I'm just entering the sample data here. Okay, you have to confirm the PAN, whichever correct, but make sure that that PAN is active. Otherwise, there would be 20% TDS you have to pay. So before filling this, check that PAN number is active or not. Okay, that also you can check online. Okay, once you enter the PAN, automatically seller's Aadhaar card and their detail will be fetched here. Then you have to enter the address of the seller, which your mobile number or email ID of the seller. Okay, another important, whether more than one seller. That means if there are multiple sellers or builders are associated with the partnership, in that case also multiple form 26 QB need to be filled. Okay, in this case, I'm just giving example of one seller. That's why I'm selling more than one seller. No. Okay, and I'm going to next page. Then this page is very important, type of property. This whether it is you have purchased shop, apartment or flat or bungalow, then you have to select building. If you purchase the land, then you have to select land. Building address, the address of the property whichever you have purchased, you have to enter. Okay, this is very important, date of agreement or booking. This should be whenever you made the agreement with the builder. For example, if you made the agreement with the builder on in month of January, you can select the date of agreement from index 2. Okay, date of payment or credit made to seller. So on which date you have made payment to the seller, that you have to mention. Okay, so in this case I am just giving the same date whichever agreement date is there. Okay, I'm giving the date 13th Feb. Okay, date of deduction would be automatically come as same date of payment. This is very important, total value of the consideration of property. Another is uh, total payment, total amount paid or credited. Okay, and amount paid or credited. Okay, and total stamp duty value of the property. These three things are very important, you have to fill carefully. And so another thing is, just remember that generally it doesn't happen that stamp duty value is higher than sales consideration, but so you directly select as no. If you select yes, then TDS amount would be different. So because we never seen that stamp duty value is higher than the property value, so just select no. And but the amount which are we discussed, total value of consideration, then total amount paid or credited, and total stamp duty value of the property, and then TDS amount. So I will just give on the slide how that calculation is there. So total value of consideration is whatever agreement value in the agreement value or index 2, whatever value. Some of the video which are there in YouTube also making us confusion that you have to fill 50%. No, you have to fill whatever agreement value is there, even though there are two three buyers are there. So I'm just giving in the index 2 there is property value or agreement value was mentioned 90 lakh. So I'm just giving 90 lakh. You have to enter as total value of consideration. Then then amount. So sorry, I will go to there and I will enter the amount. Total value 90 lakh. Okay. Then amount paid or credited, that is 50% of agreement value. That means if there are multiple buyer, or you can say there are more than one buyer. I'm just giving example of two buyer here because property is purchased by husband and wife. So in that case, you have to enter 50% of the agreement value. Okay, in the amount paid or credited, that is coming 45 lakh. Okay, so then I'm going to amount paid. Okay, where you have to enter 45 lakh. Then total stamp duty value of the property, that is also 50%, but it is 50% of government valuation. That means in your agreement or in your index 2 there is one value below agreement value, that is valuation, or value of whichever value is mentioned there as a valuation. You have to do the 50% of that value. Sometimes that 50% is coming in two digit. Okay, so you have to do the ascending order, or you have to do the round figure. For example, it is coming 38 lakh 50 paisa, so you have to do the 38 lakh 1 rupees, so that is ascending to next round figure. Okay, but make sure that that should be the 50% if there are multiple buyer or two buyer. Okay, so total stamp duty value you have to enter whatever is there. For example, 38. Okay, then next is TDS amount. So TDS amount, we discussed that if property value is 1 crore, the TDS value would be 1 lakh, right? So that means husband and wife, then for 50 lakh, 50 lakh, both have to, uh, sorry, 50,000, 50,000, that would come 1 lakh. Okay, that TDS amount need to fill. So I have given example of 90 lakh, that means 90,000 would be the TDS amount, and that 90,000 would divide into two, that is husband and wife. In that case, they have to fill the 50% TDS amount on property value. So I am here entering the 50% that of the property value. Okay, if you see the this amount also, this is also same. Whatever is 45 lakhs, you have to enter 45,000, right? So this automatically this will come, and then you have to just click on continue. Okay, so here also I have given the example in index 2, the 90 lakh is the value mentioned. Then valuation or Mubadla in index 2 they have mentioned 76 lakh, and TDS amount would be coming as 90,000 on the property value, right? So once you click on the next, you have to then select net banking or whichever option you want to do. Okay, you have to make the payment through this payment gateway and the acknowledgement, and you will get the successful confirmation acknowledgement after 15 days. Of that, you have to go to TDS site and you have to download that form 16B, and that form 16B need to share with seller within 15 days. Okay, so this is the steps. Don't make any confusion or any other things which will confuse you. Okay, and if you have any queries, just comment on this video so that we will try to give the response as soon as possible. Thank you.